Friday, everybody. It is May 22nd and time for this week's Friday Funnies. It is also the beginning of Memorial Day weekend, which is either the official or unofficial start of summer. All I know is that to me, it means I can sit around my yard wearing shirts that I normally wouldn't wear out in public. Let me begin by saying that I was a wee bit off in my Preakness prediction last week. My pick was Musket Man, and he came in third. Which, if you bet on him to show, you still made money. But if you bet on him to win or place, let this be a lesson to you about being greedy. The only race this week is the Indianapolis 500. I don't believe that you're allowed to legally wager on auto racing, which makes it different than horse racing. However, you very rarely see a couple of horses bump into each other and go spinning into the wall, bursting into flames at the Kentucky Derby. So that's kind of a wash. My only prediction this week is that the Friday Funnies will be the funniest thing you watch all day. Up until this point. You write and let me know how I did on that one. Here's this week's more unusual stories. First of all, if you live in Warren, Michigan, let me show you a map of where that is. Warren, Michigan, be right about here. I don't know if you can see that. Warren, Michigan. If you live there, you should sleep safely knowing that your police force is on constant vigil for your safety. The Warren, Michigan police got a call this week about a cougar on the loose. And at first, they thought that they were looking for a 54-year-old divorcee who was chasing a pool boy. But then the caller said, no, I'm talking about the large predatory cat. So the entire police force went out using Barney Fife-like efficiency, and they captured, or at least they cornered, I should say, a large animal in a old cement drain pipe. They were sure this was the cougar they were looking for, didn't know how to get him out of there. They decided to tase the creature. So they fired their tasers and pulled out a large stuffed animal like you'd win at the carnival. Needless to say, the officers were just a little bit embarrassed, and they're calling the whole thing a prank. They are currently looking for the prankster, whom they say they will charge with prankery. Still pretty funny. All right, our next series of stories is what I like to, falls into a category I like to call When Food Goes Bad. First of all, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A teenager went into the internet cafe, and he had a banana, and he had it stuck under his shirt, and he pointed it like he had a gun, but the clerk pretty much realized it was just a banana. And so he distracted the teen while another customer came up from behind and grabbed the kid, and they held him until police came. Well, as police arrived, all of a sudden he eats the banana. So now he's being charged with both armed robbery and destroying the evidence. So good luck to him. From there, we move to Brooksville, Florida. Here, a clerk in a 7-Eleven store was pretty sure that a female customer had a sausage in her pants. Either that or she was happy to see him, but that usually doesn't occur. He was pretty sure she was smuggling sausage in her pants. He called the police. The police arrived. They found the woman in the parking lot and arrested her after discovering the wrapper from a Big Mama pickle sausage sitting on the seat of her car. She, too, had eaten the evidence. However, they were still able to arrest her and charge her with drug possession because the sausage wrapper was sitting right next to her meth pipe. Finally, in our food-related stories, let's go to Tazewell, Tennessee, where two men broke into Wanda Bray's kitchen, and they demanded drugs. They were looking for, like, prescription drugs that Wanda might have had. And she fought back with the only weapon she had at her disposal. She was cooking a big pot of chili, picked it up, and threw the chili on these two intruders. Then she grabbed her broom and started smacking them with the broom as they ran away. The two guys were later picked up by police and arrested. They were found completely covered in kidney beans. All right, final story this week, an example of your federal government at work. We know these are tough economic times, but doggone it, the federal government, I'm sure, is working in our best interest. This week, the feds are spending $178,000 for a study in an attempt to figure out why drug-abusing prostitutes in Thailand are at a greater risk for HIV. Are you kidding me? First of all, they need a study to figure out why drug-abusing prostitutes are getting HIV and why Thailand. Don't we have enough drug-abusing prostitutes over here in the USA to do a study? I think somebody ought to do a study about why, to figure out why politicians are so willing to spend our tax money when they don't pay in any of their own. Let me know how that one works out. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Monday is Memorial Day. Do me a favor, take down that butterfly banner you got flying over the front door right now and put up the flag. I will see you next week.